Is it clear?
It's clear to me. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey guys! No, don't.
I'm Rob.
I'm John.
Bassel's Boys.
And we're back. 2018.
Word. First video 2018.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Oh shit.
First video for 2018.
Maze Runner.
Maze Runner.
Death Cure.
Death Cure after Scorch Trial. I liked it. 7 out of 10. It was good. And I think this might be my favorite out of the 3. Yeah.
I did my favorite. I was telling our cousins, this is my favorite. Then my second would be the first one, and the second. My second favorite would be the first movie, and then my third favorite would be. I liked all of them. This one I liked.
This one
I really enjoyed. I think the only thing is you won't enjoy it as much if you haven't watched the first two. Like there's a lot of like backstory that they don't go into.
Yeah.
Because
they expect you to have seen the first two.
So it's still an enjoyable movie.
You won't get it if you don't have.
I feel like I said the same thing with one of the other movies we reviewed, where you wouldn't be able to appreciate it unless you have some background with it. Justice League.
Justice League.
Yeah. But other than that, it was good. Action was good. Story was good. The story, I was really like, I enjoyed the interaction between all the characters. We got some old characters coming back.
Oh.
Yeah. Still non-spoiler, but
you don't know who.
Yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed about it was the plot and the
how they went about it. And it was
the conflict and oh man, yeah. I was like oh man, like okay. Other than that, I kind of really want to get into spoilers now. So spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
We see the crew from the previous movie.
Plot, or they start the movie how the second one ended. The squad was going after it. Well, the plot decided to go after him, and
I like that they brought back the what was his name that he helped him get out. And the second one that you just saw, Ares?
Yeah.
I like that they included him, just cause like, he was a cool character.
Well, he had minor.
But yeah, but I just like that they included him.
Like, Khaleesi's assistant was there too.
That was her?
Yeah.
You're 100% sure it was her?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
They also brought back the guy from Saving Private Ryan, the sniper.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I was like, alright, I'm cool. Vince, that's his name.
It's, the sniper, and then he was also Joe Galloway, and we were soldiers.
So that I like that they brought them back, but the biggest one they brought back, my man Gally.
Yo, I had a feeling it was him because besides the fact that he kept on. This is if you saw the movie already.
He was from the first one.
Right. But if you also saw Death Cure, when he first appears, he's got the whole headgear, and I'm like, yo, I'm pretty sure this dude is somebody that they
know. No.
Yeah. And when it was Gally, I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of saw it coming, but to see him on screen, I was one of the first people to start clapping.
It was funny because I seen an interview with him, and I think it was on either Conan, one of those late night shows, and I'm like, why is he like, because usually when they have actors on these shows, it usually means they're promoting a movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know if he's coming out with the movie, like, why are they talking to this dude? And
did he say that he was in it?
No, he didn't. Like, I think it was another movie that he's in coming out, but like I don't think it's coming out anytime soon. I forgot, but the interview was really recent. So it's so funny because like in this series he's like a complete dick, but in real life like he's like
cool,
so soft.
Oh, he's soft.
Yeah, he's cool, he's soft, but
that's a testament to how he is, like his talent as an actor.
Oh, speaking of talent of acting, fucking Littlefinger.
Yo,
I
hated him as, Littlefinger, but I actually appreciate him as one of the main antagonists in this movie because it's like, I feel like he carries over that kind of persona as Littlefinger into who he is in the Maze Runner series, and I feel like I like him better as like a modern villain versus somebody who's so untrustworthy and so deceptive as a manipulator in
so you like this portrayal that he does of
I like he does really well when he's like straightforward and you pretty much know what he has planned versus he gets in behind your ear and it's like you should do this.
Santa.
Lady Santa, I'm a bit confused. Every time I see him I saw that.
I just like, it's like I can't see him in like in an heroic role now, just from like from how
he was a good guy in King Arthur.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, but even then, it was weird.
He pulled that off okay. He
Yeah.
was alright as a good guy there. But because he's Littlefinger, he will always be Littlefinger.
And I feel bad because you don't want to keep that to him, but like that kind of it's a testament to how good of an actor he was.
I think he's good enough. Like if Marvel was looking for a villain, somebody to play as a villain in the future, I have a good feeling he could pull off a good Marvel villain.
I feel like he would have been a good Loki.
Yeah. The guy who plays Loki is just
Tom Hiddleston.
yeah. He's got him down.
That's Loki.
Yeah.
Okay. But I enjoyed his performance.
He could pull off like actually maybe in DC he could be like a Reverse Flash type.
Some would say I'm the reverse. And one of my favorite scenes was the scene when Newt first showed Thomas that he was infected.
Yeah.
But it was right before that he was like, why aren't we fucking doing this? Like, you still care for this girl? Like, you tell me that. And like, you see his aggression, and you see he's also crying. And then you realize it's like
very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that's a no. I was like this. I was like this.
Yeah.
I just like that because I felt the conflict that he was presenting to Thomas, and it was like Thomas didn't say anything because like
he figured out that something was wrong.
He figured out it was something wrong, but he knew Newt was right. Like he didn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like Teresa. Like here's the thing, I'm just like it's like the two sides of the coin. Where like Thomas is like I'm with my boys, whereas Teresa's like I'm with saving humanity.
True.
You know, it's like it's literally like
she does have she does have like the idea of she's trying to put the future of the human race in front of the survival of her friends, kind of. Yeah. Which you could understand.
You gotta pick your sides.
Yeah,
you know, that's why it's just like it's compelling. Where it's just like they're portraying her where it's like she's a conflicted character. Where it's like I want to help my friends, but I want to do the right thing.
And she was really capable like she was able to. She's one of those types where she could find a cure.
Yeah.
And Wicked was just going through pretty much exercising all their resources, and they were running out of options, only to realize that the only option was pretty much right in front of Teresa in 3 movies.
The only option they had was the one they were trying to kill.
Yeah.
That was the irony behind that.
The first couple of times I saw Teresa in Death Cure, I kept on thinking about when in The Force Awakens when the stormtrooper saw Finn for the first time and he was like, traitor! So the first 2 times I saw her on screen I was like, traitor! Traitor! And then even Minho
yeah.
when Minho was interviewed or asked by Teresa like how he was doing, I feel like that was, while he was weak in the story, it was also like a front.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when he was able to go face to face with Teresa in the movie, and he appeared all weak, but he whispered something to her, and when he fucking just lashed out, fucking called her a traitor, he pretty much was expressing what a lot of people.
So here's my thing. Remember how he was able to escape? He had like that thing when he grabbed it from the interview room.
Right.
Did she leave that on the table?
That's a possibility. I was thinking about that too.
I when we watch it again, I got to keep that in mind because like I was like it almost looked like she left that for him to grab, but
I think that was because like remember it was a physical
confrontation,
and he thrusted her and it probably could have fell out of her hair.
Yeah.
And when he saw that, but that's also a possibility. The fact that there's a chance that she could save him because she saw how much he was suffering. Like they made an emphasis of her seeing him being tested and being drawn out, like they were drawing his blood and running all his tests on him. He was just so weak, and there was maybe 2 or 3 scenes where she just kept on seeing how miserable he was. And there's a possibility that she probably could have helped him. She has helped him escape.
I mean, in the end, she like. It's like she knew what they were doing was wrong, but she was able to get the cure.
I really hope this is clear. Yeah, it is clear.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
And just going back to another scene that I really liked was when they cornered Tom, Newt, and her, and when Thomas was like, "I'll kill her," and Littlefinger was like, "No, you won't."
Yeah.
And then she basically like
pushed them back,
and she saved them. And then he was like, "What the hell are you doing?" She was just like, "They're locked in." So it's like.
True.
She saved them, but she also has a good alibi as to why she did it. I thought that was like really.
She didn't really give away her
Yeah.
position.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, exactly. I like that scene just because it was like, well, you can't tell what my real motives are.
Word.
I love the callback that they did when Newt got that grenade and he threw the electric grenade. They did that to him, and
Yeah.
I was like, yo, he got him back.
You know what I was actually really hopeful for? I was actually hoping Chuck was alive.
There was no way.
Cause I had when we saw Gally, I was like, please. You know what? There's a possibility that if we see like a skinny Chuck,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
an older skinny Chuck, and they're all like dropping to him, he's like, "You're alive," and he goes, "Yeah, Gally saved me." You know,
Yeah,
and that probably would have been like maybe at the end of a movie or something, like somebody who just like something super drastic, but then it would have been totally
That's
random.
too much. Yeah, that's too much.
totally random.
I don't know how accurate it was to the books, so I can find that out. I think after Michelle read the books or not. I don't know. After Michelle, if you're seeing this, let us know.
Yeah, but even if you didn't read the books, if you had seen it from the first movie, I feel like it was a really good closure.
I'm trying to think of
to the series. I don't even think Divergent did Divergent have a third movie?
I don't remember. Melissa said they do, but I don't.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't even see the third movie, The Hunger Games.
Hold on, back to this. The scene where when Newt turned and he stabbed himself.
Oh shit!
That was. If I didn't have my contacts on, I would have cried. Like, I wanted to cry, but my contacts are like, nah, not today, buddy. That was such a really good scene.
I feel like from the second movie, because that dude who ended up having to shoot himself because he was infected when they escaped, I had that automatic thing, that automatic portrayal of him being like, if he were ever to be put in that position, he would take his life because he wouldn't want to be one of those things. I kind of saw, I didn't see it coming, but to see it actually happen, it was like, ah.
It makes sense. No, it's cool that you bring that up because in the second movie, that one of the guys that when they first escaped from somewhere, and he was turning, he killed himself. Like Newt was like one of the last guys to like leave him. So it kind of makes sense. Like he has that ingrained in his head, where it's just like, man, I don't want to turn into that shit.
That's crazy. That could have been a foreshadow from the second movie.
That's.
Damn you, writers. Damn you.
So.
And I didn't.
That's cool. Yeah.
Besides the fact that Newt died, I knew one of the main characters was gonna die. I was ready for Thomas to die. I was ready for Minnow to die. But the fact that they got rid of two, that they killed off Newt and they killed off Teresa, maybe that happened in the books, but the fact that it happened in the movie, I was like, God, man, they went all out for this closing, huh?
When I was watching, when she helped Thomas up, like, when they were trying to get on that plane, like, it was like I knew what was gonna happen. I knew someone was gonna die, but my heart was still racing.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I want them to be okay, but no. And she helped them all. She could have jumped, but I'm like, oh my god, of course they're gonna kill her. But whatever. She redeemed herself in the end.
It's just a climactic ending.
Yeah. She redeemed herself in the end. So.
And then they found this new safe haven. I was already preparing for how they would continue the movie series of like another set of wicked aircrafts would be inbound of their new safe haven. That was the end, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was how they closed it because he held the cure in his hand.
Yeah.
And did they ever mention the right arm? Remember the right arm was that resistance group, and that they were hidden so deep in the mountains. I feel like they never referenced them at all this movie. Because it was basically Thomas's team, you know, Vince and the new guys, and they got people that escape, and they're just trying to get to Minho, and they're going through, the outskirts of the city.
Vince's group isn't the right arm.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Because they were talking about at the end of the second one, they were about to leave to go to them, but then Wicked showed up because of the bitch, and they go straight to. I'm gonna go get. I can't leave Minho behind, and leave no man behind, and then. They start the second movie with that, but they never talk about the right arm. So maybe they're still out there.
I forgot about that right arm.
Yeah, they were. I watched it last night with my cousin Melissa, just so I could refresh her. And then before I watched the movie, I actually looked up a video summarizing the Maze Runner, but just to remind myself what had happened. Yeah. So okay, because I did see it, and I'm pretty sure they closed out the series really well.
I'm trying to think like what was my favorite scene.
I love the opening. The opening scene just set a good tone.
Right. Like just the nude scene where I mentioned before when he called out Thomas. Like I just like that he called him out and he didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
I thought because that was really powerful. But there was another one, and I forget.
I like the opening scene because in the second movie, Aris, the guy who, you know, he, when Thomas asked him why he was helping him or why he chose him, Aris specifically told him, oh, because you seem like a guy that everyone will listen to. Something like that. And when they opened the scene, I felt like everybody was on Thomas's page. Like they were willing to follow him. And even how Newt's letter.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. Newt specifically, you know, he said that
I'll follow you.
Yeah, seeing him go through the maze, run out to the maze. And I feel like the writers did a good job making Thomas like the guy.
Jon Snow.
He's not too overbearing. He always follows his instinct. He always follows his gut, and he just does it. Like
I think he does do too much, but that's what makes him likable. Cause it's like I'm going to go into the city with no backup, by myself. Oh, Newt and Fry Pan, you want to come? All right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that's what makes him a likable character. It's the fact that he's loyal to a fault. He's witty, good old witty, or slinky, loyal to a fault. So, but yeah, I think the fact that I hadn't seen a lot of previews and I wasn't expecting much out of this made the movie experience that much better. We had a good crowd. I enjoyed it.
It was a decent crowd considering this is the third day it's out already. I think.
So,
like there was like a handful of comic relief where people were able to enjoy it and where it was funny, but it was clear that it was a serious movie and it's fun. There's always something happening. There's like a build up and a calm area where story, then action, and then story.
Did you think it was a little much with the whole bus scene and they got the?
Yeah, it was a little exaggerated, but I'm like,
I enjoyed it.
Did they specifically choose that spot for the crane to drop down into?
I think I saw an X there.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, how do you put an X there?
Right. Well, they were preparing the whole, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
They had to get those immunes out somehow.
But now, go on.
Before like the fact that they were able to get away, I assume that Littlefinger gave an order not to fire on that bus because they needed the immune. So I think that was a little obvious.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because they were trying to ram it and stop the bus instead of. They could have easily shot it up, but they would have put everybody in the bus at risk, which they needed.
Yeah, they were
as.
Now they didn't specify how Thomas got the virus, but they also mentioned that the virus is airborne.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's how he got it.
Oh, Herb Brooks' wife. She said that's a Littlefinger.
I'm assuming that's how he got it. But
Herb Brooks' wife. I don't know the name of the actress, but she plays Herb Brooks' wife in the movie Miracle. That's why they refer to her as Herb Brooks' wife.
Patty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was happy with it. I can't think of any of the other scenes.
Was it airborne in like when the virus was made, or did they discover that it was airborne in the third movie? That's what I was confused about. I was like, they only know it's airborne now?
Yeah.
And the fact that it's airborne, so now it's in the city, but they've had the virus in the city because they've been doing experiments on it. But why was it only airborne in the Death Cure and not in the previous? Let's say the Hermano guy, he said he had seen the city before. So if they were running tests in the city before, why wasn't it like affecting people airborne?
Yeah.
Did they accidentally make it airborne during the experiments? Those are some weird like
plot holes.
That's plot holes. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, okay, another thing that I pointed out to myself, and I blame the Blind Wave guy because they call us out on things, is when they were in the tunnel and they had no way out, and then all of a sudden Brendan and her father figure came. I'm like, that's a little convenient. It was like, all right.
I kind of saw it, but it
was convenient.
It's the way for the writers to keep them in the story.
Yeah.
So it's like they left, and they want us to assume, oh, the three of them left. We need to go with them. I was like, yes, sister. Yeah, let's go. So they're right behind them. So the fact is, they made it so that the scene was, they're getting quartered. you're automatically as a viewer thinking, how are they gonna get out? And boom.
But still, it's
Boom.
convenient.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
It just so happens.
I would have preferred if like, all right, let's go to this tunnel and let's go underneath and then let's hide or let's go out another way instead of that. But
You know what was random? When they were in that tunnel and they first spotted the first zombie that was blocking the road, and then that lady showed up and she
yeah.
was talking.
Yeah, that was weird.
So she had the virus,
Yeah.
but she wasn't fully infected, which means she had just recently gotten infected in the story. Random ass character, but right when she showed up, the whole horde of what are the cranks? Like
Cranks.
fully infected cranks showed
Cranks.
up. I thought that was just so odd that a not fully infected crank showed up and tried to get them to help her. And I'm like, alright, is that like supposed to be some weird plot twist, or are we missing something that the virus isn't fully infecting everybody and blah blah blah. I give it a strong 7 out of 10, and I'm very satisfied with the story of the movie overall and a good closure to the series if it is the ending.
I give it an 8. I think an 8 for one, just watching for the first time with no expectation, not seeing a lot of previews, and with like watching the first two, like my movie experience. I'll say it like that. My movie experience was definitely 8 out of 10. The movie itself, I want to watch it a second time just to give it a solid score. But like I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So
yeah, it was cool. Between that, I feel like those movies, you know, they base it off the books. Divergent, Hunger Games,
Right.
and Maze Runner. Maze Runner, between those three, is my favorite. I didn't mind watching.
This in theater.
Yeah, because I like the series so much.
The first two we watched it in DVD or.
Yeah, we didn't see it in theaters.
But this is the only one we watched in theaters.
And it was
I
worth
like that we did.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever see Battle Royale? The Japanese version of the Hunger Games?
I think I have.
It's like 10 years old, and there's sequels.
Are we including
to it.
this?
Yeah, because it's almost similar to these. It's it's a movie about survival, and it's based off, I think, a manga. But yeah, we could include it. It'll be quick. No, look at this.
Let's
Okay.
buy. Oh, okay.
It's got like a lot of games in this. It was $40, and it connects to the TV. It plays like all old school games and stuff.
Okay. I'm John.
I'm Rob. Bostos Boys.
Black Panther next. Let's sign up. How do you turn it off?
This one.
Like, he was a cool character.